Morning to wake up in the Austin Reaves metaverse. He signs a 4-year, $185 million max contract to return to the team. It's the richest contract in NBA history for an undrafted, headbanded player. Now, the Reaves agreement has no impact on the Lakers' cap flexibility this summer, which is a wild concept that Bobby's going to break down for us. But the team's projected salary. Cap flexibility this summer, which is a wild concept that Bobby's going to break down for us, but the team's projected salary space takes into account Reaves' cap hold. But that means, good news for Laker fans waking up, it will not affect the LeBron situation. Reaves coming back means at least two of the Lakers' big three will be back in LA next year, and we'll see what happens with arguably the biggest one in LeBron. But last season, when James Doncic and Reaves all played, Lakers were 20-9. Smaller sample size, but that .690 win percentage would have been fourth best in the NBA. Brian, Austin Reaves goes from believing or worrying that he was out in L.A. To passing out nearly on a golf course in relief and celebration.
That's right.
How do we go from one point to the other?
He gave an interview to The Athletic yesterday where he said he was not optimistic. 2 days ago, he thought he was not going to be a Laker. Then he gets a call yesterday. He's playing golf back home in Arkansas, and his agents are telling him, Austin, they agreed to the max. And he falls over. He almost fell into the bunker, for crying out loud. And so why did the Lakers do this? Why did the Lakers increase their offer to the max? Because the Lakers believed that if he got to free agency in a couple of days, that he was going to get a max offer, probably from the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons had a bunch of space, and they were closing in on deals that were going to create more space, including trading Isaiah Stewart, which they did last night during the second round of the draft. And so that threat created leverage that got the Lakers to give this contract.
Okay, well, we're going to get into the Pistons of this because it is fascinating what they're trying to do. Falling short of Austin Reaves, Reaves stays in L.A., Bobby. The dollars and cents of this, I think if you're waking up as a Laker fan, you're like, oh, hey, we're out on LeBron because we spent so much here on Reaves. You're saying that's not the case.
I'm saying that's, and first of all, I appreciate your knowledge of the collective bargaining agreement. You're talking cap holds and everything like you're an expert there. I appreciate that. a man of my heart.
Don't give me too much credit. I'm following your own notes. We could take it behind the scenes.
We'll lay it out, a little bit of a cap minutia right now. We're projecting the Lakers to have $50 million in cap space. That includes, there's a $21 million free agent hold for Austin Reaves. So what the Lakers will do is they'll go out and exhaust this room. We're going to have to see what happens with LeBron James first, and whatever is left is basically going to be used to fill out the rest of the roster. Once cap space is gone, they will circle back. They will sign Austin Reaves, and they will be allowed to exceed the cap. But the James free agency is going to be the most interesting thing that's going to happen here because they need a center. They need some shooting. Mm-hmm. They need an athletic wing. There's a lot to do on the to-do list.
Yeah, do you know why Bobby is able to support his local high school football team so greatly? Because of this situation, because of this expertise. Uh-huh. It's so counterintuitive, and I apologize, it's the way it is. Every dollar that Austin Reaves gets going forward does not affect the Lakers' cap space, but every dollar that the Lakers pay LeBron reduces the amount of money that they can spend on their free agents. It's crazy, I know, but it is. And so the Lakers has to come to LeBron and say, LeBron, you may have to take less money so that we can build out the team, but they don't have to say that to Austin Reaves, and they can make that as an accurate statement.
All right, I want to get to Tim because you mentioned the Lakers build now moving forward. Why, Tim, is this summer so pivotal for the Lakers now that these two pillars are locked into place?
Because this is the one summer that they get to spend with cap space. Austin Reaves is on a cap hold. That max contract kicks in next year. This is the summer that they looked Luka Doncic in the eye and promised, hey, we're going to have flexibility in the summer of 26. We're going to be able to surround you with talent, with a supporting cast, essentially. This is the one time they've got a chance to spend to upgrade that rotation, and LeBron James is part of that, but he's part of that on a temporary basis. He's 41 years old, so they have to get LeBron, if he's going to be back, to take a salary that gives them the opportunity to go out and get other players. They've got to have length. They've got to have athleticism. They will have an outstanding offense with Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves. You better put elite defensive players around those guys if you want a chance to contend for championships. They have to do that this summer.
Randy, there's so much nuance based in the situation.
Championships. They have to do that this summer.
Randy, there's so much nuance based in the situation. Like, for example, when Kobe was at the end of his career with the Lakers, they gave him a 2-year contract that was for huge dollars, like almost $60 million.
Yeah. And set the franchise
and they probably should do this with LeBron, but because they've got cap space, they can't. Like, I know that this is like why does this make sense? So if you're LeBron, you're saying to me that I might have to take less money because we have cap space. And when Kobe was here, when you didn't have cap space, you were able to give him more. Like, you can understand why he'd come to the table going, hey, make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
I'm going to really go into the weeds with the CBA right now. And for Laker fans out there, if I was in the Lakers' shoes, I would not rely on cap space. I would basically sign LeBron James to a $30 million contract, and I'd bring back Luke Kennard, and I'd bring back Rui Hachimura, and then I'd go out and get a center in free agents and in the trade market. That's going to be the best option for the Lakers. Dave McMenamin wrote he wants an A-list center. You're not finding that in free agency. Walker Kessler and Jalen Duren aren't coming here because they're restricted free agents. Go out and use your 2 first-round picks in 31 and 33, and then target a center to bring back. Mitchell Robinson, who has had good moments in New York, he's not a full-time center. He's a part-time. He's a rotational player.
Getting notes about your NBA champion, Mitchell Robinson?
NBA champion.
Bobby just gave a free consultation that would be very valuable to many NBA teams, is what I'm just saying.
Specifically the Lakers. We have more on Los Angeles. Let's go to the
underway in just about 5 days. The Lakers extended Austin Reaves just yesterday. 4 years, $185 million. What does this do to the Lakers' free agency plans, which also includes the future of LeBron James?
Yeah, certainly a rich contract for Austin Reaves. Well, it actually doesn't do anything right now because Reaves has a cap hold. So right now, he is counting as $21 million against their books. So we're projecting the Lakers to have roughly $50 million in room. Now, that is going to be dependent on what a salary if LeBron James returns to the Lakers here. So if he returns for $30 million, they will have projected $20 million in cap space here. And there's certainly a to-do list with the Lakers. They certainly need to go out and get a center, add some more shooting, and certainly some athleticism on the wing.
Yeah, Lakers are expected to be busy during free agency. Also, everyone waiting to see what happens with LeBron James in next season as well. Bobby Marks with the latest. Thanks so much, Bob. Thanks so much, Malika. Meanwhile, the Hornets are seriously engaged in trade talks with multiple teams that are aggressively pursuing star point guard LaMelo Ball. If Charlotte's terms are met, a potential trade could develop in the next 24 to 48 hours. Ball has 3 years left on his contract and is eligible to sign a 2-year, $119.2 million. Notable news of the evening included Duke's Isaiah Evans heads to the Timberwolves with the 33rd pick. He's 101 made three-pointers, were third most in the ACC last year, most by a Duke player in a season since Grayson Allen in 2017-2018. The Nuggets acquired the rights to Trevin Brazile at the 35th pick. Brazile was the only D1 player last season with 50 blocks, 50 steals, and 50 assists, and the Celtics drafted Dylan Mitchell from St. John's at 40. Nearly 90% of his field goals came in the paint, and Boston could use some front court depth with Nikola Vucevic, a free agent. All right, we have our NBA front office insider, Bobby Marks, joining us up early this morning. And Bobby, 60 picks were made over the past 2 days. However, let's hone in on day 2. Which were your favorite picks there?
Well, I actually have 2. It starts with Ryan Conwell, the guard from Louisville. Miami moved up 4 spots from 41 to 37 and picked the guard here. Here's a Miami Heat team that needs certainly depth after the Giannis trade, and I think Conwell will give that to him. And an athletic 2 guard, 6'3", 215 pounds, can score the ball, can certainly defend. And then the second one is Isaiah Evans. You just mentioned him, who was left in the green room on Tuesday night. He goes to Minnesota with the 33rd pick, another team that needs depth in their